I thought that this would be a fun interview because y'all always ask about our like real life friendships with like other people in the industry, and Queenie is one of my best friends in the industry. This is Queenie Sateen. If you don't already, if you don't already know her, you are a failure. And I first thought we could talk about how we first met. Because we met before Queenie ever did her first scene or ever did. Did you even dance at that point?
It was before I was even making content.
Right. Were you even dancing at that point?
No.
Because you danced for a bit. Queenie danced in strip clubs.
We met in was it 2018 or 19?
I think 18.
2018.
Yeah.
On Fire Island.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know what Fire Island is, it's a gay island off of Long Island in New York. So it's like a gay destination. We were on the lesbian side.
We were on the lesbian side.
Very fitting. Cherry Grove is what it's called. And yeah, we were all in the same house together for like a weekend in a beach house, and that's where we first met. Yeah,
I was out there with my ex, and I remember Queenie and her ex-wife, now and still like cohort and bestie, showed up in these like matching like ultra femme beach wear, and they were like kind of standoffish and like not that friendly, and I was just like, I need to be friends with these. I was like, it was too fabulous, and I was like, I'm gonna work this. And I didn't know that they were a part of like this band that people really loved, and I had never heard you guys before. And then after I looked them up, and I was like, oh, they're even more fabulous than I thought. And really dig their music too, which is Sateen. S-A-T-E-E-N. I think we followed each other online.
And then I was like, oh, she's fab, she's hot. We were following each other for years and years. You were coming to New York, and I was like, let's hang out.
No, even before that, so when COVID hit.
Yes, me and Ruby made an OnlyFans.
Yeah, and so I gave them like, and I was still figuring it out, but at the time I gave them like OnlyFans tips, because I was just like, the strip clubs had all shut down. And everybody had to like diversify how they made income. So yeah, you guys started making stuff, and I helped them out a little bit, and I was just like, yeah, I want them to win. Yeah,
it was really sweet of you. It was really sweet. She gave us a lot of resources for.
They're hot.
No, we favor hot people. We favor.
I'm just a creep, really. I sound really nice.
My favorite people are perverts.
Yeah, but I'm just a pervert. And then we met up. Yeah, we met up when I was visiting New York.
Yes.
And we spent way too much money at Prada.
So we went to Buvette and had I had a croque madame. I don't remember.
You remember? I don't remember what I
remember because I always get that at Buvette. And then we went luxury shopping in Soho, and I was like, this is fab. She was spending racks at Prada. I was like, I want to be just like her. I was already thinking about doing adult stuff, and her spending racks at Prada was like, hell yeah. I'm like, okay, if I was not convinced already, I am now. And then we went to Miu Miu.
Financially irresponsible.
Yes. You convinced me to buy a fabulous pair of shoes, which I wear all the time.
Oh yeah, those were so good.
The little sneaker kitten heels. Miu Miu.
It was Miu Miu.
And then I decided to move out to LA because I got an agent. She very kindly...
Well, yeah, we had lunch because I was moving to LA, and we had lunch in LA while we were both visiting.
You were here already.
Had I already moved?
Yes, you had just moved here.
And yeah, she was like, I need to find a place and figure it out. And I was just like, well, like move in and you can like search for an apartment and like have a homestead and start working. And then she moved in, and we didn't hate each other after 2 months.
You know what? I was not nervous. I was actually really excited to live with you because I was like, well, what are your favorite movies? We could watch movies. And she had told me what her favorite movie was, and it was Podin. And I'd never seen it, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, this has great taste. Is that Jacques Demy?
It's Jacques Demy, yeah.
Like, I love
it's like French surrealist film from the 60s?
He did Umbrellas of Cherbourg, too.
Yes, he did.
And I was like, okay, she has great taste. Like, she's fab. Like, we're gonna have fun. Yeah, we were roommates for like 2 months.
I still miss her. And so that's how we met.
Yeah.
It was very cute. And yeah, and we got along. We share a lot of like music interests. Queenie goes more into dance then I even just know more. I like it, I just don't know it as well. And I definitely will listen to like some of the like heavier stuff that you don't, but we share a lot of interests when it comes to like music and art. Not that we don't fit in fashion either. We have different eras.
Yeah, she's like a 70s bitch, a 90s, 2000s.
But the love of, I don't know, fashion, aesthetics, art. I just think it's more.
We're both like total weirdos, you know. She's not a basic, neither am I, and I think that's where we like.
This is just us talking about how great we are.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wish I was basic, honestly.
Life as a basic bitch would be
right?
So
like,
easier.
I really just wish it would be so much easier.
And then we moved out here and just started killing it. It's like you watch your like baby cub, and then you see, and it's like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
You were like instantly maternal about me, which I really appreciated.
I don't know why I'm like that. But then like your baby grows up and is a badass.
Flies away to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I flew away to Hollywood.
And didn't turn into a monster. That is something, you're like one of the realest bitches I've met. And there was definitely a moment where I was like, oh, I hope like she doesn't move here, because people do. They move here, especially when they're new to like and like adult, like they go insane. Like they become like complete ego monsters or whatever, and like anybody that they help, they like, or has helped them, they like let go or whatever. And you just like kept your head on straight through like, oh, it's weird. Like it's a weird reality that we like work and live in. And LA is a special like type of weirdo, and you just like are just so cool and like, down to earth. And that was like really cool to watch too. Thanks.
And you've been doing it for 12 years? How many
13.
Years? 13. You've been doing it for so long.
A long time.
Longer than you've been alive.
I hope not. Please no. Please, please be of age. Whoever's watching this.
I feel like that's one of the things I'm still trying to learn how to navigate. Is like, I think I came in, moved from New York, where I didn't necessarily want to move from New York. I was like,
yeah, you're a New York girl.
Since I was 11, I wanted to live in New York City. I grew up in South Florida, and I was like, I want to be a New York bitch. And I lived in New York for a long time. I'm going to be vague about years and stuff. Yeah, I lived in New York for a long time, and I never, ever, ever thought I was going to leave. I was like, I am the bitch that's going to live in New York my whole life, and like maybe like raise a family. And I was always jealous of kids who grew up in New York, so I was like, I want to have like kids,
a kid that grows up in
New York City kid. So, and an only child. Like I don't want to say that.
Well, you wanted to be an only child?
Yeah, I did want to be an only child. My brother's very, very sweet, and I love him. But yeah, when I was little, I just wanted all the attention.
You wanted to be the star of the show, baby.
So basically, like, broke up with my long-term partner.
Yeah, we went through a divorce at the same time too.
Yeah, it was the divorcee house.
Yeah, divorcee house club.
We had such a cute time. I loved living
here.
Did.
Lots of like dancing around, playing records, being stupid.
We're both nudists, so
yeah, so it worked out.
I'm sure you like that image of us just walking around naked. I never really want to move to LA, but I had
for work.
Yeah, I had to for work, because I don't think people realize there's no industry in New York. Like there's no productions happening.
No, you'd have to do Miami.
Yeah,
and Miami, there's like a couple studios.
Miami, Vegas.
Yeah, Miami,
maybe
Vegas,
Phoenix,
LA. But in Phoenix, it's like it's one.
Literally
right?
only
Two?
New Biles, right?
Yeah, right. I think so. I don't know anybody else out there. So yeah, like the whole industry is in LA. And if you really want to like for the things, your goals, which she killed all her goals. It's insane. In less than a year. No, less than a year. She like did everything she wanted to do, which is cool. But yeah, all the things that you wanted to do were out here. It would have made no sense to go. Even if you wanted to shoot, yeah, you could have worked in Miami, but you wouldn't have been able to do the things you wanted to do if you had done that.
But I'm so thankful that I had you, because like you were someone who knew about the industry and also had an interest outside, and who I met outside of this industry. Coming in, it was like I was meeting so many people, you know, that do what we do, and I think it's important to have like your foot in, one foot out. Like you don't want to become all consumed with the adult world, because then maybe the like then it goes weird to your head, and
yeah,
maybe in many cases that happens. And I just really like that's what I've been working on, is like trying to like build a community and friends outside of the adult industry. Like, I have a friend group kind of in New York that kind of like it bleeds into LA people and stuff. So I've kind of been trying to connect with those people.
Yeah, no, I think that was like one of the first things I recommended, or like advice I gave you, was just like, I was like, yeah, like spend time with other folks. You know, spend time with other folks, like garnish relationships outside, like really like feed yourself, so like mentally really, because it can be a lot. I mean, I've been doing this for 13 years and like I sometimes get caught up, and I say it's like getting caught up in ego, right? And it's like a drug. And yeah, you I don't know.
There's a lot of like glamour, like the shooting for companies is like, there's an aspect of glamour, to it, like, you know, you're being put into it is like, it is and it isn't, but like, you know, I can see how people like let it get to their heads and they think that they're you know, whatever, a mainstream movie star.
Yeah, they're like, I'm famous. And I mean, and like, look at like,
and it's like, no, there's a lot of
movie stars get really weird.
There's a lot of stigma and a lot of still.
Yeah, there's a lot
even
of
though it, I mean, you can tell me more because I just got into it after post Chloe Cherry world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, like relationships to making friendships to like housing, banking, all these things are still like things that very much get in the way. So it's nice to have like support, because it ain't easy. You know, when people ask you if you like recommend the industry, I'm like, I would only recommend it to like people who are like tough. Like, and if you're not really tough, it's gonna like eat you alive, honestly.
For sure. Honestly,
yeah.
even being a dancer, I would say the same thing. Like any kind of like SW, I don't know what we can actually say.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You know,
any kind of like adult industry job is like definitely not for like the thin-skinned or like weak of heart.
No, it's really not. And it took me, I think I really was when I first started, and it took me like a long time to grow that skin and like separate who I was with like this image, who was still me, but
reality
like,
from reality.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird one. How long have you been making music?
I've been making music since I was 17. I always sang.
She's 22, so it's not very long.
Yeah. So it's only been 5 years. But it's been a really long 5 years. Really long.
Multiple year, 5 years. Yeah.
I moved to New York and started making music right away, pretty much. I went to art school. I went to Parsons, and then I was not concentrating at all, even though it was something I liked. I was like, I just want to make music. So I befriended all these people, kind of like folky people, and started.
Still love that you make folk music.
Folk, yeah. I found this shop in New York called Music Inn that had been there since like the 50s, like an untouched in time, like a complete time capsule. And people, young hot people, would sit out front and like just play and sing in harmony and stuff. And I was just like, I wanna do this. And so I just kind of started hanging out there at this shop. And then I met people who taught me how to play guitar. Like I grew up I did a little bit, but I started writing on guitar and playing out and doing lots of open mics and stuff. And then it evolved. I started making bands. I started going through like the eras of music. I went from folk to trying to make like 60s girl group music. I don't know. I was just like all over the place. I bought a Rickenbacker.
I don't even know what that is.
A Fab guitar.
Okay.
Fab. And it was like a 1961 Rickenbacker. Beautiful. I actually regret selling it. I know. Went on a dating app and I was like newly single, but put in my bio, I was just like, hey, like I don't want to hook up, I don't want to date, I just want to make music. So if you make music and want to collab, like DM me. If not, like I'm not interested. And one of the first people that hit me up was Ruby, and that was how we met. We met up at a bar in Bed-Stuy called Tip Top. It was like another really old school spot, and hello doggies. And And yeah, and then from there we started working on music, and then we, you know, like our relationship turned into a relationship. It went from platonic to us U-hauling in a month, and then you know, married in a year, and
in a month you guys lived together. Nice.
And then the nightlife drag and music stuff all became like a big ball of whatever we did.
I remember reading like an article about you guys, like your club kid era, which I love. I love you always turn out looks, and you can see like the influence of like the New York club kid scene in just like your regular like an adult looks. It's really beautiful. I love it.
I'm glad that it's still there.
Oh, it's still there. It makes it through. It's great stuff, and we just got to see you perform not that long ago. Was it Halloween?
Yeah,
right?
it was on Halloween.
Yeah, that was really fun. And you're working on also solo stuff too, right?
Yeah, like here and there. I write, like in my own time, I'm writing and stuff, and I'm working with like producers here and there. It's funny, right before I moved out here, I put vocals on a track, an Ellie Escobar track, and he's releasing it soon, so I have a thing coming out. Yay. I think it's a solo thing. It's just like a feature, but yeah, it's a cute song actually. I should play it for you.
Yeah, you should.
And yeah, some more Sateen stuff is gonna come out too. Like, we have like, obviously Ruby's in New York.
Yeah,
I'm here.
What you guys can do.
We haven't actively been working on stuff since I've been away. However, we have a backlog of stuff that we've been wanting to drop.
And you guys had I know you played me this like kind of like shoegaze-y kind of track. Yeah, dream pop that I really enjoyed too. So I look forward to that coming out.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that will be out at some point. At some point.
Yeah, it'll happen. You guys are busy ladies. Busy ladies doing busy things. Yeah. Is there anything coming up like that you've been working on or like starring in? It doesn't have to be music. Anything that you're like super stoked about?
I don't think I'm at like leisure to say, but I have been working on a bunch of exciting stuff that I'm really excited to come out. I don't know when it's coming out. I think my Slade scene is coming out soon.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the first ones I'm super excited about. But yeah, I've been working a ton, and I just got a new agent, so I'll probably have a bunch more stuff. But yeah, more music. That's definitely my goal of this summer, is just to like be booked and busy, but also like actively making solo stuff.
I feel you. I think it gets really, I mean, as someone who like never makes any art but used to, I get really like, and what we do is creative, so I feel like I funnel all of my creative like energy in work, and then like it's hard to then like do that on time off, and it's definitely something I want to make more like weird art films or different, like, you know, I've done all kinds of different projects, and this is definitely something I want to like kind of focus back on, because it is hard when you do creative stuff for work, like doing your other projects. Like,
we have to make a version of Podin.
We should.
It's perfect. It's the incest.
It is incest.
And they'll just make the king a stepdad, and you're good.
Yeah, if you guys, it's called, in English, it's called donkey scaling. It explains so much of who I am as a human being, because that's like what I grew up watching over and over and over. And it's like this like French fairy tale about this girl and her dad. Her mom dies. Their dad's like, okay, I need to marry the most beautiful woman. Or like, I can only marry, he makes a promise to the queen. He's like, you can only marry like a woman that's more beautiful than I. And he like searches and searches, and he's like, they're all ugly. It's horrible. This is a total douchebag. And then he's like, oh, the hottest girl in the kingdom, or even ever, is my daughter. So he tries to marry his daughter. Awkward. And so she comes up with all these like different ways to try to get out of it, and is not able to, so she runs away. And then, you know, it's a whole thing. It's such a beautiful film, and like it crosses like I like how it jumps from, it's like timeless, you know, like it's set like kind of medieval times, and at some point there's a like helicopter.
It's like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, but it's so good. It's so beautiful too.
It's so beautiful. And like, as fans of like aesthetic stuff, you know, that movie, I did not care for it. People loved it. Love Witch. I did not care for it. Did you like it?
I don't know. I thought that people always like reference it, and I'm just like, it was fine. It did not like get through it, but I thought it was a little.
Get through it?
No, I didn't not get through it.
Oh, okay.
It's just a confusing double negative, but I thought it was a little corny.
I thought so too, but apparently the director was heavily influenced by Put Down. I thought it was aesthetically really pleasing, but the actual movie, I'm like, you know, like, I don't know, not that excited. A snob. I'm a snob.
I'm a snob too. That's why we like each other.
Snob for snob.
Snobs unite. Sexy snobs only.
that's the same.
Wow.
Sexy
Put it
snobs.
on a t-shirt.
Sexy snobs.
Sexy snobs only. Yeah. Do we have the name of our podcast now?
Yeah, exactly.
I think we found it. Should we make a podcast?
We could. We should. Demon. I'll never sleep.
This one is a workaholic.
I am. You are close.
No,
You take more time off than I do. You go on vacation more.
Just once in the past 7 years.
I take like little trips.
But I feel like your trips are like, you like to like go into nature and like commune with nature.
Yeah.
It's not like
i.e. me eating a lot of psychedelics in nature going, ooh.
I mean, that's a vacation.
It is a
right?
vacation.
For you, it is. Like, for me, that's not a vacation. For me, I need to be in a 4-star hotel with a cocktail and naked on a beach. You know what I mean? Like, I need a coconut and a beach and like massages every day.
I am doing that next month. And
Good.
I've decided that I was gonna do that.
You deserve it more than anyone I know.
Get a massage every single day and just tan. And just be a bimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my life now.
So embracing bimbo. I love it. You know, I was reading, what is it? Can't remember it. But whatever. I was reading this text. It's super old. I think either Taoist or Buddhist. But it basically my take was that like the Taoists and Buddhists are the original like bimbos. It's like to not think, like thinking is like suffering. So I decided that like bimboism is just geese.
People don't understand, like,
they don't understand bimbos, and they think that bimbos aren't intelligent.
they think it's a bad thing. Like, whenever I call myself a bimbo, it's like,
They're like, don't call yourself that.
They're like, no, you're smart. And I'm like, first of all, okay, I know I'm smart, and like that's boring. I'd rather just be a dumb
in peace.
Yeah, like let me just call myself a dumb let me just call myself a bimbo. Because, like, that's how I want to identify. Mindless and hot.
Yeah, it's when the meditation kind of is, right? When you work on it so far to the point where you're kind of, like, escaping your thoughts, right? You're not supposed to, or not escape is not the word, but you're basically trying to focus on, like, nothingness, right? So yeah, bimboism is Buddhism. It's really mindfulness.
You guys, it's not a bad thing to be a bimbo.
It's not.
It's actually really beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful experiences you can ever experience, is being a bimbo.
Yeah. I love a bimbo.
My favorite people are bimbos.
Same.
And himbos.
I love a himbo.
All my friends are himbos and bimbos.
I don't have himbo friends.
Oh my god, you need them.
I don't have a lot of male friends. I've got Mickey Mock. And like, yeah, I have like male, not close. I have like some male friends, but I mostly really just, I don't know, a lot of girls. Just because I'm really gay, secretly.
Yeah, I feel like you come from like the queer side. We both come from opposite queer sides. Like,
yeah.
If we were in Fire Island, there's the gay side and the lesbian side. You're Cherry Grove, I'm Pines.
You are Pines.
Right? Like,
Queenie is like, and I don't say this in like, I just mean this very seriously. Queenie is a gay man, is like a twink.
Confirmed by gay men.
Yeah, like sponsored. Sponsored by gay men.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like an old Hollywood gay and a twink in like, one hot babe body.
I love that. Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Me. No, you're not wrong. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I think there's like, maybe not a twink, but a muscle gay.
Oh, yeah.
And like an old Hollywood obsessed, like Judy Garland fan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one that knows everything about like all the old starlets. Like that gay plus like a muscle gay.
So
like,
not a twink, a muscle gay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair.
in one.
What's your biggest turnoff?
I'm gonna speak from like recent experience and just draw upon recent memory, because I do have a bimbo brain, and I can't think of like in general what my biggest turnoffs are. But
Good, yeah.
clout chasers, asking me to like engage with your social media. I'm a person who is barely on social media. I care more about an in-person connection. So if you're caring about me engaging with your social media, that is a really huge turnoff and gives me the ick.
Yeah, not hot.
No. What else? Oh, fetishizing my job. Don't love that. Not cool. My job is a job. It is a sexy job, but it's not for whoever I'm dating or hooking up with or whatever to like, you know, get off on.
Yeah. No, it's still a job.
Yeah. What are yours?
Mine? Biggest turnoffs.
Oh, bad taste in music too.
Oh, bad taste in music. That is how I can usually connect with people, is like with music.
I try fixing people's taste in music. I'm like, here, maybe if I like play enough of my own shit, but no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
I'd say like arrogance, people who aren't like open to stuff that they might not know about. Like I love being exposed to like different people, new experiences, ways of thinking. And I think like people who are not open, that's like a total turn off.
Like closed-mindedness.
Mm-hmm. And like, you know, I mean, we're all like a little like self-involved or whatever, but like thinking about other people, you know, and I think that turns me off when people are just like so in themselves that they like don't know how they, you know, are not able to like actually like foster relationships because they are like all
so narcissism.
Yeah, miss.
Yeah.
What goals do you have? Do you have any goals?
Yeah, I actually wrote out a little list of my goals recently.
Give me your list.
Okay, here's my list. Number one, this has been my goal for a long time. Be on a worst dress list. This is a new one. This is a very LA goal of mine. Have a sordid affair with Steve Buscemi or any kind of actor like of that random old actor.
I would
just for the paparazzi photos.
Really, I would just want Steve Buscemi.
I just really want I want to know that paparazzi are outside waiting and just turn the most crazy looks.
You know, that's like, so what, because I've been hit up by like a bunch of celebrities, mostly like rappers, and rappers love me. They love me. And every time I'm like, bro, you're just gonna like sneak me in the back. It's like, like talk when you like want to go outside with me, and then maybe, maybe I'll throw you some pussy.
Because I think paparazzi photos are like some of those beautiful photos ever, and I just like really want paparazzi photos and insane looks. Make a clown porn. We have to make that happen.
Yeah,
make a Eurodance cover album of Lilith Fair songs.
I love that.
That's been a goal for a minute too. Needs to happen.
What inspires you?
Film, music, life, having experiences, trying new things. But yeah, I love film. I just love to watch like old films, generally.
Yeah.
Old films, art films. Yeah. Film and music.
Yeah.
Fashion, obviously. I'm like a fashion history nerd. Like right now I'm reading about the Battle of Versailles. Where in the 70s and early 70s, like there was like 4 American designers and like 4 French designers, and they battled, and it was when American fashion became like relevant and put on the map. But yeah, I'm a fashion nerd.
Oh, you definitely are.
Oh yeah, I am.
Like, I always hit her up. I'm like, does this look stupid?
I like history. I like memoirs. I like to hear people's stories.
Yeah, I know.
What inspires you, my darling?
What inspires me? Absurdity. It really like does the thing for me. Like life can be horrendous, and then I'll have a moment, you know, have these like moments where you're just like, this is not real life. And even in like the toughest situation, that will like give me life. I mean, it's also why I love working in adult. Like, it is so absurd and so ridiculous.
It's built in that way.
It's built in that way, and I love that. I love that about that. And yeah, for me, like, that's what keeps me going. Like, these like absurd moments where you're just like, what the f? And they have, yeah, they can be positive or negative. Either way, it does like do something for me, and it kind of inspires me to like keep going, to make art, to, you know, continue to have like weird adventures. Yeah, absurdity.
That's a great answer.
Well, I'm really grateful you decided to do this.
Of course, anytime.
Thank you for watching. Go subscribe.
Thank you for watching us. Mwah.